Or Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, HaRachakodash, the Juanas, the apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you ought to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites better shame of looking like heathens. The spirit that witness the dead child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son, is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, who is the Christ, so Yeshua. So I got a quick lesson. Any other precepts come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And really, um, these women are wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear it. That's clear sign that she probably wicked if she don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you individual who not even talking to her ass. You know what I'm saying? But she, start tripping. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? She wicked. You know what I'm saying? Because as it says in Hebrews 4 and 12, that this word cuts the spirit. That's why a lot of people don't like this word, because when certain things get pulled up, they recognize it's like, damn, they do that. So therefore, they be like, how dare you, right? And especially if you got busybodies and they all on your business and stuff, they don't expect for anything to be revealed on them and stuff. So when you say something, guess what? They get cut to the heart. So this Hebrews 4 and 12, it says, for the word of the Most High is quick. And when you go into that word quick, it means alive. It says and powerful. It says and sharper than any two-edged sword. Because, hey, you could bring out a scripture and you could fuck around and be doing that same shit. And if the Lord reveals it onto you and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? You getting cut. You might like say if you want to get on somebody about excessive drinking and stuff, but then you excessively drink, that's a double-edged sword. You cutting and then you cutting yourself. You see? And it says piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. You see, so it cuts deep. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got the saying, it says the truth hurts, right? It says in other joints and marrow. It says it's a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. You know what I'm saying? So you can see when motherfucker mad. You know what I'm saying? Right? So this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 12. It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. A lot of these women don't have fear of the Lord. That's why they do these monstrous things. Right now, a lot of these women, what they want to do is that they're used to getting their way when it comes down to the system, and they think they can apply that when it comes down to Yahweh Shem Shai, and they're horribly wrong, horribly mistaken. You see, right? The Lord don't care about if you got a fat ass or some big titties or you look good. And most of that is because of makeup, horseshit, right? Um, he ain't, you know, he don't care. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it this way. He already put out a regimen. This is what I want you to follow because it's holy. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be like me, you got to live in these things. But these women, they're not doing that. A lot of these women sneaky as hell, bro. And it's lucky for the harsh language and whatnot and stuff. But these women sneaky. These women are adulterous women. They can have a man already. But in their mind, it's like, oh, this other dude got benefits and whatnot. That's why you get this saying, what he don't know won't hurt him. You know why? Because women want to survive. They want to survive, and that's understandable and stuff, but their way ain't working. You see? So they try to cheat their way into getting what they want. And guess what? The Lord, the Wali outside, the Lord had made it where you can't do that. You see? You know? And I'm, first and foremost, I don't have any girlfriends. I ain't looking for one. You know, I ain't looking for one at all. You know what I'm saying? Because they evil as hell. You know what I'm saying? Right? So verse 13. And now for anybody else and stuff to each your own. If you want to go out there and you want to find you some chick and whatnot and stuff, be my guest. But I ain't looking for them. And most of them that I tend to see and stuff, guess what? They got niggas already, and I ain't fucking with them. And they're liars. You see, money hungry. First Timothy's 6:9-10 individuals. They will pierce themselves with many sorrows, all for the love of money. I ain't fucking with it. Salakia. So it says, verse 13, it says, give me any plague, but the plague of the heart. And the plague of the heart, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to tell you, it is a mental disease. You know what I'm saying? But it also could be blind to this truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, remember it says in Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, that the whole head is sick. Or, yeah, that the whole head is sick, and it's referring to Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and Israelites who got ashamed of looking like heathens. The spirit that witness that their child had been fallen. You know what I'm saying? And uh, uh, the wickedness, you know what I'm saying, that these women have and whatnot and stuff. Uh, that's a plague of the heart, and that's something that ain't nobody bring upon them but themselves, because women love to play the blame game because they don't want to deal with responsibility or accountability. They love doing that, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that it's going to be on them. Even for women and stuff who bald head, you got to get the weave and whatnot and stuff. You read Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, which they not going to do. They going to run from it and try to say that somebody else did this and did that to some simple-minded ass nigga and stuff just to get somebody shot. That's why I don't want to fuck with them. The head ain't there. It's too much responsibility. You think having children is responsibility? What about a grown motherfucker that don't want to listen to what you got to say? That's too much, man. Right? But to each his own, right? Uh, uh, you know, as I'm reading again, Sirach 25:13, it says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart. And these women's minds are plagued. And just to prove it, you know, well, when it go down to the Isaiah, the 3rd chapter and stuff, she, you know, the women, the Lord took, made them bald head because of their pride. And these women are pride still. They could be at the lowest of the low right now. Women are on social media talking about how they rather to be hoes. So that's a plague of the heart. You know what I'm saying? You know, they rather, part of the plague of the heart is that you rather do the things that's opposite of what the Lord has said. That's plague of the heart. That's a curse that the Lord placed upon all Israel, first and foremost, in that sense. But when it comes down to the women naturally want to go off. Now it's men too, but women want to go off. I'm bringing the scripture. This is Jeremiah 39:17. Now this is what the Lord had did unto women, and this is all women. It ain't even just Israelite women. Now the scriptures is just for Israelite women and Israelite men and whatnot and stuff, right? But it also talks about the heathens as well. This will be something that will be done to all women, because you see it on Maury, Steve Wilkos, MGTOW, you know, these different social medias and whatnot, when men put women in these places and you put women in their place, and you see that these women are fucking nuts. They, you know, they probably not in they probably don't have like no mental illness and stuff when it come down to medical and whatnot and stuff, but they're just, they're out of their mind. They'll do anything for money. That's not a woman that you want, right? There's a lot of these women, they'll sit up here and say that a man is a deadbeat, this, that, and third. A lot of these women are deadbeat mothers, or they got a deadbeat mind frame while they point the finger. You see, this is Job 39, and they're evil, you know. They'll put the gorilla grip on another nigga and stuff and use that sexual magic and stuff and have him head over heels, and then next thing you know and stuff, she can tell him anything and stuff, and he gonna go out there and do what it is. And then he gonna go out there and do what it is that she want. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of you women who knew that whatever man that you was with was ready to shed blood and whatnot and stuff just so he can keep the sex with you and whatnot, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are being blamed for that murder. You being blamed for that, you know. So this this Job 39:17. I can prove that too, because it's a situation with King David and Uriah, right? So this Job 39:17. It says, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. Deprive, meaning take away, you see, to take away, you know. And, you could blame the man all you want to and stuff, but the man ain't do this. What be on my YouTube feed, it be Ella Yashwamba's page, and he it's sit down, it's like, remember, all things come from the Lord. Well, this wisdom comes from the Lord and stuff. So it says, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. Because when Job lost his things, his wife was written off. That's Lot, Salakia. That was actually Lot. But even with Job, even with Job and stuff, yeah. Matter of fact, it was with Job. It's not Lot. The water Yahbashim Yashai. When it come down to Job, when he lost everything, he told his woman was like, curse the Most High and die. And that was the most stupidest thing to do, or to tell another Israelite to do. So guess what, right here, if they deprive the wisdom, now, they do have this. They do have this. They deprive the wisdom, right? That's why that Isaiah 4:1, they gonna need a man. But a lot of these women, they gonna try to play the system. I'm gonna have sex with this dude, this dude, this dude, this dude. One of them gotta be part of the elect. And whoever part of the elect, that's who I'm married on to. You don't choose, first and foremost. What you women need to understand is that you not the prize. The prize is the man. You see, right? So this Sirach 19 and 20. You know what I'm saying? It says the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and you women don't have it. Y'all don't have it. You get told about yourself and whatnot. What's the first thing you do? You get destructive. Pascal Barr, he did a sit down years ago, and it said that men represents order and women represents chaos, and you see it in the animes too. Because the difference between cartoons and animes, now animes, they could be comical, but cartoons is more than likely, to make you laugh and whatnot and stuff, do silly things, and most of the laughing and stuff is based off violent actions. But when it comes down to anime, a lot of anime and stuff is based off stuff that happens in real life, or something that could be relatable to real life, you see. And every time a female get a misunderstanding, or every time she sees something and stuff, she jumps right to conclusions. She don't think it over. You know what I'm saying, right? And what's the first thing she doing? She putting her hands on the man, or the male, if he's the protagonist or anything and stuff. And she likes him. The first thing she thinks of is hurting the motherfucker and stuff. And you know, that's the spirit that most of these women have, that is unchecked. It's unchecked. So Rock 19 and 20, and then they don't want nobody to put them in check, but they want to be helped though. No, they just want money. And that's how we know that most of these women are going to take the mark of the beast. All they need is a good deal. 500,000, 1 million, 1 billion. They going for it. They gonna be like, fuck you, nigga. Because most of these women in these social media, uh, 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 you know, channels and stuff. What's going on when they're looking for why this ain't working, why that ain't working? When it come down to men, really they just want control. And what happens is that the men, they go to men wondering why men won't marry them, why men won't do this, why men won't do that. They can't figure it out because the Lord ain't give it to them. So they go to men, and men tell them they do not agree with it. And don't you think that's a little insane? Because insanity, the real word for insanity means, the definition, It's when an individual do the same thing and expect a different outcome. You see. So look how it was when it came down to Kevin Samuels. So those women killed him, or got some simp ass nigga and stuff to get him killed. Because as it says in uh, first Esdras or second Esdras, I think it's first Esdras, the 4th chapter. I think it's 4:16 or 26 or something like that. You know, read it for yourself to go check. Be the Church of Berea. Church of Berea, they went to go check to see if those things are true. Because a lot of you people like to sit up here and say somebody is a liar and stuff, and you want somebody to hand you every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to work for it, which y'all don't want to do. So it sucks to be you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be your own stumbling block for salvation. Uh, Even when the answer is given to you, go read. So uh, it says that men go out their wits for women. You know, a lot of men, you're going to die because of your wife. You're going to die because of your girlfriend. You're going to die because of your daughter. You're going to die because of your sister. You're going to die because of your mama. You're going to die because of your auntie. You're going to die because of your female friends and cousins. You're going to die because of them, because they got a hold on your ass. They can just tell you whatever and stuff, and you ready to shoot. You ready to shoot shit. Well, guess what? That murder going to be on her, which she don't think she doing. She thinks she's slick. That murder's going to be on her, and that murder's going to be on you. Because you did the action, but she came up with the plan. Both of you all guilty, right? So this is Sirach 19:20. It says, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom. These people don't have fear of the Lord. These women don't have fear of the Lord, right? It says, in all wisdom is the performance of the law. See, right? So the Lord is going to show you the difference between wisdom and knowledge of evil, right? It says in the knowledge of his omnipotency. So he already told you the law. In order to be considered wise in his eyes and stuff, guess what? He said performance of the law, which women don't want to do, so they're not wise. So that Job 39:17 is on point, that he deprived her of wisdom, and understanding is departed from her. We could clearly see that the Lord had done that. Verse 21, it says, if a servant say to his, let me go skip down verse 22. It says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. That's the knowledge that women have. They know how to bring down, tear down, get unjust gain, get gain for themselves when it destroys somebody else. Well, what's the movie? Mrs. Doubtfire, right? When you go through that, um, you know, you saw how a woman, according to this system, was easily able to destroy a man. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? And the thing is that women love that. They love it. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel powerful. Jeremiah 31:22, that the Lord create a new thing in the earth, that the woman shall compass man. But we see when women have power, what they do. They destroy. They destroy. They do not save. Now, you know, you got, when it come down to certain other jobs and whatnot and stuff, yeah, they able to make some money. They, entrepreneurship and stuff, it works out and whatnot. But when it come down to a way of wickedness and stuff, that they destroy. This is what they do. And the one thing that they don't understand is that that's another reason why a lot of men are running away. Where it's like, you got the guys that's like, yeah, I'm still gonna get my pussy, boy. Your ass don't know what you talking about. You just don't get no bitches with the woo. It's like, yeah, boy, once these desperate times come in, and they choosing themselves over you, watch. You're gonna have exactly what you say, bitches. You know what I'm saying, right? You're gonna have that. And I know they don't like that word and stuff, but most of them who hear that word, that's what they are. That's what they are. We read the Hebrews 4:12. Because if they not one of those and stuff, they shouldn't get mad, right? So I'm gonna read this again. This Sirach 19 and 22. It says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, right? So you can have an evil way that would be considered as useful. You know, it can be considered as smart at the time and whatnot and stuff. You know, depend. You know, right? And the thing is that it's not wisdom because it would have to be stuff that's known to do for your own personal gain that's going to be outside the performance of the law. And the Lord gives you the law. You see, like Yahshua said, somebody you might want to listen to a little bit more than me and whatnot and stuff. Well, when it comes down to it, he said that the law is holy and women don't choose holiness. They choose it if it makes them look good. But if they can't get like no material gain from it, they ain't fucking with it at all. You know, like was an old girl, the founder of Black Lives Matter, found out that she was scamming people, and that's all she wanted. You see, right? So this Sirach 19 and 22 again. It says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. It says verse 23, it says there is a wickedness and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You know, and there was you know, women want to be above men. You get into the blue letter on the NLT, New Living Translation, when it comes down to Genesis, the 3rd chapter, where it talks about how the woman shall desire after her husband, whatnot. When you go into the NLT, it says desire to control her husband, and that's exactly what these women be trying to do. And when they can't get their way, what happens? They they pour into the knowledge of the tree of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they seek evil unto you, right? And women care for the world. They don't care for the truth. They gonna care for the truth when they see that the things of the world is not benefiting them. When they need comfort, when they need comfort, if it's worldly comfort and it's taken away, that's when they run to the scriptures. Other than that, they ain't touching. They ain't touching nothing at all. Now you do get certain women that the Lord put their spirit in and stuff and bless you all's hearts. You know what I'm saying? You know, to be diligent, you know what I'm saying, to always seek after him, as it says for a woman who don't have a man. But a lot of these women and stuff, they only go to the book of Psalms and whatnot and stuff when they feeling down about something. You see, you know, um, but like Elder Yashwamba did, sit down until she see you as her salvation. These women are going to be wicked. They're going to be evil. They're going to do whatever it is that they want. They're going to manipulate other men and whatnot to get their way. They want to beat men into submission. They want to be Jezebel. And remember, Jezebel died horrifically. She got thrown out the window by the niggas that she was having control over. Her blood was on the wall. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has sent, I think his name was Josiah, or if not, starting with a J. But, you can look it up on Google. Uh, uh, his name probably ain't Josiah, but pretty much what happened was is that a righteous man was sent, stumped her ass out, right? Because she was wicked. You know, but this is the power that most women want. They want power over men. She was wicked. And what happened was that she got stumped out and then the dogs ate her remains. You see, and that's what happened to Jezebel, which a lot of our women, they live in that spirit. They say no. But a lot of you women already know what you can say and stuff to get your man to do this and do that and stuff, especially when you in the wrong and you want somebody to get hurt. That's a Jezebel spirit, right? And women don't want to get told this. That's why majority of the 2/3 are going to be women because there's more women on earth than it is men. So especially in North America at that, you know what I'm saying? You know, and then you got multiple rebels, you know what I'm saying? You know, who's not going to make Yahweh Shai their Lord and Savior and stuff, but make money. And guess what? They're going to get destroyed. That's in other spots. I think it was the beginning of 2022. A woman got stabbed, or a woman died. You see, in the beginning of 2022, a woman died, and more than likely, you on her backstory, her history. She probably was doing niggas dirty. You see. So this is Sirach 25:12. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love. It says, in faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart. It says, in any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Right? Verse 14, it says, in any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me. There's a war on men. Women hate men. You know, it says they just want you for your money. They don't like getting called gold diggers, but they do gold digger stuff. They don't like to get called hoes, but they do whole ass shit. It says in any revenge, but the revenge of my enemies and whatnot. And your enemy will be it will be a man and stuff, you know what I'm saying, who's being manipulated by a woman. You see? You know, why? Because he wanna keep that sex. Or what he'll sit up here and be like, oh, what about the kids though? You know, my kids, woo to woo. You better just pray and have faith with the Lord, you know, that you gain the custody and stuff so you can teach her way. I mean, not her way, but your way, if you believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, because as it says in First Corinthians the 7th chapter, women care for the world. So her way ain't hell no, her way ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You know, this Sirach 25:15. It says, there is no head above the head of a serpent. It says, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. It says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And a lot of women's, you know what I'm saying? They're wicked women, you know, they want to, uh, what they call it, collateral damage or whatnot and stuff, or they have something that they can use against you and stuff just so they can keep their way. That is a wicked woman, because what is she trying to establish? She's trying to establish power over you. And if she established power over you and stuff, that's sinful according to the Lord, because an Israelite man will have more power than a woman, according to the scriptures. But they don't like that. What's that? That First Timothy's 2. That's I seen female pastors and stuff try to skip the page and stuff when you try to show them that what they doing is wrong, and that them trying to have power over men and stuff is wrong too. They don't want to hear that shit, and best believe when it come down to you women, Esau is doing a very good job of destroying you. Yeah, the scripture says, Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, since the evil work is not executed, no, it's like it says, surely oppression makes a wise man mad, but the gift destroys the heart. You see, and and you all been given gifts to have some sort of order over men, and with what you have in that, that bigs your head up and whatnot and stuff, and you all are demons. You're demons. You know, you're demons. You want simple-minded men who don't know, your games, and then for guys and stuff who do know your games, you don't want them to let other men know what's going on and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you can manipulate and use that man and do this and do that and stuff. And when he no longer has something of value to you and stuff, you discard and go slide on another hedge, like it says in Sirach the 26th chapter. It's actually the next chapter over. You see, right? And in Isaiah the 3rd chapter, when you read it and stuff, it talks about that children are my oppressors. You know what I'm saying? And it refers to you women as well. You see? Because if stuff mess up and you thought you was wise, you look for the man to fix it. You flee responsibility and accountability way more than men. And guys are waking up to it. And you don't like that. And anybody who, you know, informs men or boys, because what is it? Ezekiel 16, 40, 43 through 45. You know, these women put their little girls, their daughters, up on game to manipulate boys. You know what I'm saying? You see, and the fathers, if they're there, they're gonna teach their sons and stuff how to you know get them some coochie and whatnot, more than likely and stuff, or how to get a whole bunch of girls and whatnot and stuff. But one thing that most fathers don't do and stuff is teach their sons the manipulation of women. So they become a simp. They become uneducated in their wickedness and stuff, and these women will destroy you. Think about all the all the female, all the little girls, because I mean I grew up too. Little girls that set up in, you know, you didn't like them because you see them kissing up on every other boy and whatnot and stuff, and you went down for the shit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, I'm finna tell my daddy that you did this and you did that and stuff, and he ready to fuck some shit up because she knows what to use because her mama taught her. You see? But when there's an individual out there like Kevin Samuels and Big Tal and to let you know and stuff, women seek to destroy men like that because they want to be demons. In order for them to rule, they got to rule demonically. You see? If they want to rule in righteousness and whatnot and stuff, guess what? A man has to be there. Other than that, she ain't gonna have it. She gonna try to use the scriptures to her own way, and that's not gonna work. That's gonna get her destroyed. While she's sinning for a season, it's gonna feel good. It's gonna get her destroyed though. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm all wise and I'm this. I'm using the scriptures and whatnot," but she's using it for unjust gain. She's looking for somebody that she can use the scriptures to swim circles around and keep them in a trap. And all it does is destroy her, you know. So this Sirach 25 and 16. It says, I have rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Because with a lion and a dragon and stuff, you can tame them when they love you and do everything for you and whatnot. But when it come down to these women, you can't. It's not. It ain't gonna truly happen until the kingdom. You know, it ain't gonna truly happen until the kingdom comes. Because how I know is because of this. I know it says in Psalms 110:3, my people shall be willing a day of thy power. It's going to be like that when it comes down to certain prophecies coming to pass. It's going to be like that if spiritual power is given onto certain individuals. But look what happened to Samson. Samson had spiritual powers and stuff, and this woman chose money over a man of the Lord. So even in the time of Jacob's trouble, you know what I'm saying, as it increases, even in at the time of Isaiah 4:1, these women are going to be like, I'm tired of listening to men, and they're going to yearn for when they were the boss. They're going to yearn when they could cause a man to be scared to do what they want and whatnot and stuff. But when the Lord takes that out the way, out the equation, you know, and they got to listen to the man and whatnot, yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to try to utilize that power, you know what I'm saying? But in the end all be all, what's going to happen is that what's going to happen is that uh um what's going to happen is that if she gets an opportunity by Esau Edom to live the way that she want, right? Guess what? she gonna take it. Probably be sneaky and stuff. Oh, I'm still down for you, baby, and stuff because they see supernatural abilities within you, of course. But other than that, they gon' they gon' they ain't gonna. I mean, if you do it in your face and stuff, that's just straight betrayal. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, she gonna betray you and stuff so she can have some sort of power. You know what I'm saying, right? So this is Sirach 25. This is Sirach 25 and 17. Right. And then another reason you'll dwell with a lion, a dragon, than to keep house with a wicked woman and stuff is because a wicked woman is always plotting on you. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says that it's what one of the things that makes them happy and stuff is to see when a husband and wife and stuff agree together. You know what I'm saying? But these women are used to having power over men. So if a man is right, even for men that are right, they still seek to harm you. Think about it. I know I keep saying it, and I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna do continue on. When it come down to Kevin Samuels, why in the world you looking for a man to give you understanding? Because they thought they was gonna get a cheat code, but that ain't what happened. Why would you go to a man's page asking about marriage? You know what I'm saying, and then don't like his answers, and then start seeking to kill him? Would you want to deal with a woman that's like that? She trying to get you beat up because she don't like what you say. She trying to get you stabbed. She trying to get you robbed. She trying to get you killed because she don't like what you saying. You know what I'm saying? Using other men or she doing it herself, whatever. Why? I mean, just think about living with a woman that's like that. You know. So this is verse 17. It says the wickedness of a woman changing her face. You're gonna see it on her face. You're gonna see it when she evil. It's gonna be something dark about her. You're going to check that out, even if she's smiling. Or you're going to see them try to keep their face normal. Yeah, they up to something. And and that's a perception ability, which is spiritual powers as well. Because right now I'm getting plotted on for what I'm saying right now. It says, verse 17, it says, the wickedness of a woman changing her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. So there you go. She gonna look evil as hell. Some now, you got women out there, they got hard faces, you know what I'm saying, or they got strict faces or no serious faces. You got women out there that's like that, you know, and they're doing their best to be an angel, but then you have certain women out there and stuff. They look smooth in the face, simple, all that and stuff. Don't look like they really went through anything. But as soon as you say something or do something they don't like and stuff, you see there's a darkness about them. Or if you put them in a place and stuff, you know what I'm saying, with nice words. You don't have to use harsh words. Say if you put them in a place and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or they know that you're right, or they cut, you know what I'm saying, they're not, most women don't sit up there and be like, yeah, he right, I need to check myself. Most women don't do that. They get upset. They get angry. I'm finna do something to this nigga. How dare he tell me that I was wrong? Because these women are prideful, right? And it says, verse 18, it says, her husband shall sit among it's talking about wicked women. It says, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he hears it, shall sigh bitterly. You know what I'm saying? The man, he chilling with his homeboys and stuff, and they put it in the comedy, but that's real life. She wants you to pay attention to her. I don't like you around your dusty ass friends. You know what I'm saying? And she wants you to pay attention to her. You know what I'm saying? And what they do, they the wife or is somebody calling stuff and your homeboy, you over here sighing and whatnot and stuff. Your homeboy like, what's wrong? Who that? And it's like, man, it's my girl, man. It's my girl, man. And you already know she gonna pitch a fit if you don't answer that phone. If she texts you and you don't text back fast enough and stuff, guess what? You gonna have a long ass text message, or you gonna sit up there and you think you finna smooth it over with your girl and y'all finna have a good time in the sheets and whatnot. And she talking about you ain't getting none because you ain't submit to her when it's supposed to be vice versa, right? And think about that and stuff. You trying to chill, but you can't chill because she calling, right? Or you hear her and whatnot and stuff, and pretty much in this scripture, there's gonna be a man who got a woman. He wanna chill with his boys. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna sigh bitterly because he really wanna be with his boys. But then if he don't do what she says and stuff, then guess what? It's gonna be something else that's gonna hurt him because this is what women do. Wicked women do. If you don't want to be wicked, do the complete opposite. Problem solved. But they don't want to do it. Verse 19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. So there you go. These women are evil. You know, uh, um, you know, hmm. The scripture says that jealousy of a woman is another woman, right? Well, wisdom is looked upon as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Metaphorically used as a woman because it's precious. Just like how men would go toe to toe for a woman, you're supposed to go toe to toe for this wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because without wisdom, you would never get a girl. You would have never got a girl. You would have known that if you have a whole bunch of money and stuff, you can get a whole bunch of females. You wouldn't known that and stuff unless you had wisdom. But once again, what's that old saying? More money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? A woman will seek to take your money from you, make you go out there and work, you know what I'm saying, for her while she sit on her ass, right? And that ain't nothing to these women. Bloodshed ain't nothing to them. You know, it could take here's an example. A woman can deal with a man and stuff, and he dirty. You know, for women and stuff, you be slinging your coochie around like that and stuff. Just you know, you probably don't want to call yourself a prostitute, but it's a shame that you look down on the prostitutes and stuff, and they got more sense than most of you women who ain't trying to live that way, but you still giving it up to whatever nigga or whatever dude and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you get his valuables, you know what I'm saying, unjustly and whatnot. Walk around with different size condoms, you know, at least keep yourself safe. Now, I'm not giving advice to go out there and commit whoredom. Because in Deuteronomy 23 and 17, the Lord don't want you to be a hoe. We don't want you to be hoes. One of the main things that fathers want are sons, and not daughters because they worry about their daughters becoming the women that they deal with. It's scary. That's scary. Men don't be wanting daughters because if she come out popping cooch and whatnot and stuff, and she fast and she hot, running away from home and stuff just so she can go get her some ride from multiple dudes and stuff, the father gonna get laughed at. The father gonna get laughed at. I'll be like, damn, what it could be another concern and stuff. It's like, what's going on with your parents? Why are you like this? It brings shame, right? And women. mothers, whose mother, and then their mother's mother, right? They show you in that movie with Martin Lawrence, Big Mama. Martin Lawrence was actually trying to teach her the correct way, but her fast mama, the mama that was fast and stuff, and was like, nah, baby, you do it like this, you do it like that. She was trying to teach her daughter to be a thought. Use your sexual organs to get gain in this world. That's the wrong way to do it. And Big Mama, even though it was man Martin and whatnot, he was undercover. The thing is that he's trying to teach the granddaughter the good way, the right way. Women don't want that. So this is and this once again and stuff. If you know, well, you're gonna have the prideful. They're gonna be like, he ain't talking to me. I don't know what the fuck he talking about with the woo. But they gonna catch bad energy from what I'm talking about. But when it comes down to the women stuff, be like, you know what, that's right, with the woo. They gonna check themselves, right? This is Ezekiel 16 and 44. It says, behold, every one that use proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. It says, thou art thy mother's daughter that loathe her husband and her children. It says, and thou art the sister of thy sisters, which loathe their husbands and their children. You see, and that's true. Women hate men. You know, you're going to teach your daughters how to disrupt the order that the Lord has given, you know what I'm saying, unto you women. You're going to teach your daughters to sin. That's why it's a curse for the fathers to not be in the household. Because they're going to teach them the broad way, the wild way, the fun way. This is how you have fun. Don't worry about consequences and responsibility and accountability and stuff. You can just pin that down on the man. A woman will hit you with the, you know, POF, plenty of, no, yeah, plenty of fish plenty of fish out there in the sea. You know, because women are jealous of men. They're jealous of the power, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord has given onto men. And women use the knowledge of evil to get their way. And that ain't power. That will get you destroyed. Esau has that power. And he ain't finna get no repentance. And when I say Esau Edom, he's the full-blooded spirited Caucasian. You know what I'm saying, right? So going back to Sirach 25 and 19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. What he don't know won't hurt him. Your woman can be dealing with multiple other guys behind your back. But as long as you don't know, she cool. Actually, look at this, bro. This is, man. This is Proverbs 30 and 20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. Adultery for a woman is a woman who has sex with multiple men when she has a man already. And remember, women do this. They have side dudes because of their benefits. That side dude didn't have nothing to offer on to her and stuff. She ain't dealing with him. But if there's a main dude that she living with or dealing with or has the most benefits out of all the other guys that she dealing with on the side, you know what I'm saying, she would not let that nigga know that she fucking on somebody else. Right? It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. That's little wickedness. Wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. That's exactly what that is. She gonna do something that's completely wrong. Something that she don't want to be done onto her. But if it's convenient for her, she'll do it to you. And say that it's okay when it's not. Some women, some some women, you could bring up a wicked act that a woman will do and stuff, and guess what? She'll laugh at it because in her head that's cool, and it's not. Right? It says, Sirach 25:19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So if she want to do wickedness, then guess what? The man that you going to get is a wicked individual. That's what you going to get. Birds of a feather flock together, because if he's righteous, or he try to be righteous and whatnot and stuff, you're going to try to find some type of way to stop that, because that outpowers you. You see? Now, if both of you are righteous, the man and the woman and stuff, that brings power to both of y'all. But the man is going to have more power over you. He's gonna have power over you, even if he ain't even with you. You know, because the Lord had made the man to have more power over the woman. You see, so and they don't like that. They don't like that, right? So this is it's Sirach 25:20. It says, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the age, meaning that it's hard for him, difficult. So is a wife full of words to a quiet man. You know what I'm saying? And a man that, he tends to hold his peace and whatnot and stuff. He don't really talk that much. You know what I'm saying? But when he want to say something and whatnot, you got some female raising her voice and stuff to get him to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? She try to out talk him. You see, right? The Lord is saying this is considered as wicked, or a sense of difficulty, what I'm saying, to deal with, or some sort of hardship and whatnot, right? Verse 21, it says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Meaning, don't be sitting up there, damn, she got a fat ass. She got some big titties. She could be the worst. You'll be sitting up there. As many guys, that dealt with females in the past and whatnot, you'd be like, damn, why I fuck this bitch? You'd be like that. Why? Because she's evil. You know, brothers in Great Millstone and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I said it, I seen it, or Corey Holcomb, or those who pretty much tell the truth and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They say that women have been linked in or described as demons. A woman know you can't hit her, she, what they call it, grab you by the balls. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you hit me, I got that crazy ass uncle. I got that crazy ass boyfriend. You know, I got that crazy ass son. I got that crazy ass cousin. You touch me, I'm gonna make this call, and he gonna fuck you up, because I'm being plotted on right now for speaking on this. I already know. And it's more than likely because a woman ain't gonna like what I'm saying. Or it's gonna be a male who ain't gonna like what I'm saying. Because remember, once again, the males are head over heels over the woman. And they're gonna be condemned. But uh, um, you know, or it's like, if you don't do what I say and whatnot and stuff, I'm gonna do this and do that and stuff. The woman's always challenging the man and stuff so she can maintain some sort of order. That's wicked. That's Ecclesiastes 7:26. When you read in that Ecclesiastes 7, it clearly shows that which was King Solomon. You know what I'm saying? The wisest man on earth, one of the wise, the wisest man on earth and stuff, when you know the reincarnation. Thing is that uh, uh, it says in Ecclesiastes 7 and stuff that I only found one man righteous. It doesn't make it but for the women and stuff, it doesn't say anything of them being righteous, because women are not righteous. They got to be ruled in righteousness. They got to be shown righteousness. They got to follow righteousness, because if they find the evil way and it works for them, they gonna do it. There's a lot of habitual liars and stuff in the female community. A lot of convincing too. You see, That's why you need a paternity test. That's why you need a polygram. I think it's called polygram test or something like that around the lines. And if you watch anime, there's this anime called The Rise of the Shield Hero. Shield Hero was persecuted. They did him dirty. Female, she, oh, I like you, woo the woo and whatnot and stuff, right? And you know, she was the only one who joined his party and stuff. So he think he finna get it in. She tried to get him drunk. He like, look, I don't drink. She like, oh, come on and stuff. And she's being seductive with it, trying to put thoughts in his head. And most of the time in the animes, they be getting scared and don't want to go all the way and whatnot, or and they'll blush and shy away and hide and shit and stuff, right? As they get separate rooms. They don't get the same room. She come in this room, she take all his shit, take all his money. She helped him get a whole bunch of money, but took all that just so she can give it to some other nigga that she can have power over. And his name was Masamune. He was the spear hero. And women do this till this day. And what happened was is that uh when he woke up, all his things was gone, and there was lingerie on his bed. You got knights coming through, and stuff, and all the simps, the men, because she was royalty and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She was a woman that was in position of power, even though she didn't handle anything. It's just that she was just the daughter of the queen, not even daughter of the queen, but not the king and whatnot and stuff. Right? The king wasn't even the true king of that land. The queen was though, and the queen knew about her daughter's habitual lies. She tried to get her, uh, 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 you know, her name was sister name was Malty, but Malty had more sense. She had more a ruling class mentality. She was more fair. When her older sister was more than likely an individual where it's like, I'm going to rule with an iron fist, and those who oppose me and stuff can be slain. And that's the spirit of a lot of these women with power, right? And you know, uh, try to kill her sister so she can be the only one that's there. That sounds like a Edomite move. And then, uh, you know, uh, lied on the shield hero and whatnot and stuff, and pretty much got him banished in this light. But you all need him in order to protect the dangers that's coming. You know what I'm saying? Because he was being persecuted. Uh, uh, towards the end, before the second season came in and stuff, which they could have did a little bit more on. Salaki for the rambling, but when it came down to uh, the second, no, the first season, she was being put to trial, her and the king. And what they did was that they put a crest upon them, and with this crest, if they lied, they would get shocked with electricity, right? And they asked certain questions. It's like, did you purposely set up the shield hero and stuff so he could be defamed and this, that, and the third and stuff? She, no, I would never do that. Got shocked. Were you the one who set him up to make it seem like he did sexual advances on you when really he didn't? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yes, he did. He was trying to get me to do this. He was trying to get me to do that and whatnot and stuff. Got shocked right there again. And this is bringing enormous pain on her. She drooling. You know what I'm saying? She can barely breathe. You see her that she's breathing and she's still lying because she's a habitual liar. And then she goes to the guy that she with. She was like, Masamune, I ain't do this. I ain't do that. And they was bringing up different accounts that was happening onto the shield hero and stuff uh, because the queen knew that her daughter was on bullshit, which a lot of fathers, mothers, don't be on when it come down to their children. They underneath some spell that their children are little angels and whatnot, when really they just a bunch of demons that know how to manipulate you, right? So and if anybody want to look at me as being demonic and stuff, I purposely don't want to fuck with nobody. I don't want to deal with no one. I don't want no girlfriend. It's come to the point. Shit, the only friends that I want is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and stuff, and like-minded men and women too. But I already know how that's gonna be. But I just want Yahweh bunch of Yahweh Shai in my life, man. I don't want nothing else, because people are bogus. Isaiah 59:15 and stuff is true. You can leave a motherfucker alone. You don't have to talk to nobody or anything and stuff. But if you're against their morals, and if you stay to yourself and don't try to be in tune with this, that, and the third and stuff, guess what? They'll seek after your life. They'll seek to fuck you up. That's why this world ain't worth it. I'd rather have it in the kingdom. And eunuchs can make it in the kingdom. But a woman is going to need a man and stuff to stay on track in these days and stuff. And guess what? A lot of women are going to burn their bridges seriously and stuff, because they're going to get what they need taken away from them. So it says Sirach 25 and Sirach 25 and 21 again. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure, because she'll do you dirty. When women will use sex, if you got the thought process that you finna have sex with this woman and stuff, she would use that to get what she want, and you'll never get the sex. You'll get flowers, you know, you'll show up at her job, and you'll well, once again, I don't have a woman, but you'll show up at a job and stuff with flowers and candies and stuff to outshine her in front of everybody else and whatnot. And then that female, she'll go back, why you don't do this to me? Right? But and he's doing all these things to get cooch and don't get it. Man, we'll wait 6 months to a year and whatnot. He'll wait however long, so because that ass is fat and stuff, to try to deal. Or she'll throw it to you, shaking in front of your face. You might get a lap dance, but then at the same time, she ain't trying to give you nothing. She ain't trying to give you nothing. But she's going to use that the fact that you think you finna get some, just so she can sit up here and get something out of you. And then 6 months worth of gifts and goodies from you, and you ain't get nothing from her. No top, no nothing. And guess what? If you ain't down with that and whatnot, you got a problem? You got a problem? You got a problem? She'll be like, look, we can end this right now and stuff, and she'll be doing the same thing to another dude. But she'll be mad as hell if you warn that other dude and stuff. This is what she gonna be on, and she gonna try to get you killed. She gonna try to get you hurt because you fucking up her plans, right? Sirach 25 and 22. It says, a woman, if she maintaineth her husband, all these women that say, oh, I can hold you down, baby, and stuff. Just let me do this, just let me do that and stuff, right? Is full of anger and impudence and much reproach. Woman sit up here and be like, baby, I got this. I handle this and stuff. Baby, you need something like a female that's a sugar mama and stuff. She'll be mad as hell if you sitting up on her couch all the time, not being proactive. But she knows that if you get some money, you know what I'm saying, then guess what? The females, the competition comes in, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a bargain chip and stuff. It's like, you know what? I ain't dealing with this shit no more. Whoop the whoop. She knows that and stuff. But if she holds you down and stuff and makes sure that she handles this, that, and third, she's going to get mad. She's going to be looking at you. All you do is sit on my couch. But you know that if you make good enough money, you either find another female or your ass gonna leave her. So it's wickedness. It's just it shows that we need the kingdom because this shit is crazy, bro. You got females out there where they know that they're wrong. They know that they mess up here and there and stuff, and they don't learn nothing. They don't learn nothing. And they're sitting up here, oh, I don't know why I do this. I don't know why I do that. And you bring solutions, and they don't want to apply them. It says, verse 23, it says, a wicked woman abateth the courage. And I believe abateth means to lessen. It says, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And that's a worthless woman, because women are supposed to be a helpmeet unto the man. That's why they was created, as it says in Genesis the 2nd chapter. You see, right? So if a woman, she's steady beating you down, you know what I'm saying? Because women can be abusive too. You know what I'm saying? We're coming in a time that it's being found out that you women are not innocent, that you all are not always the victims. A lot of you all are the cause of the problem. You see, verse 24 says, of the woman came the beginning of sin. There you go. The reason why you women, every time you have a baby, it hurts, is because of a woman. It wasn't because of Adam. It was because of Eve. You're never going to blame her, though. You're never going to blame her. You're going to blame Adam till this day. You see, it says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, meaning women too. Eve had no business listening to another man. And if she was listening to another man and stuff, you know what she could have done? She could have came to Adam and been like, I heard this from this dude and stuff. What you think about it, baby? What you think about it, husband? She ain't do that. And when you look at this, when you look at this story and stuff, she thought she was doing something good. It's like, we're gonna be like the gods and whatnot. Here, baby, eat this. We gonna be like the gods. She ain't tell them that, but she wanted to be helpful. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to do a good thing onto her husband, but the thing is that she was being tricked. You see, by a hating individual, melanated individual and stuff, because the serpent wasn't no actual snake and stuff. The serpent was a snake ass nigga who has the same spirit as Cain and the same spirit as Esau. Right? And she got beguiled. She thought she was doing something good and stuff, and she got beguiled of condemning herself. And the only reason why Adam was guilty, because yeah, he was like, look, the woman, she did this, she did that and stuff, but he still did it. You see, it was an action that he placed and stuff. It wasn't like she forced the fruit in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't actual fruit and stuff. It was wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, look at that. I didn't know if you do this cause, and then it's this reaction and whatnot and stuff. It seemed all good, but then when the Lord was angry about it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, what do you do? And guess what? He ratted out on the woman. And then for all you women out there, just to put it out there, when it comes down to Esau eating the full blood and spirited Caucasian, when it comes down to him, you know what I'm saying? Um, uh, 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 which is the same spirit as the serpent when Eve was about to get jacked up. Every time she gives birth, it's gonna hurt. The serpent ain't come through. Well, God, Lord, it was really prophets still there. You know what I'm saying? As it says in Luke 1:70. The thing is that the serpent ain't come through and have a back. Think about that. Mark the 3rd chapter. It talks about if the house divided against itself cannot stand. They make the woman more powerful than the man for a reason, because it destroys the household. Esau knows this. The scripture says that Esau is wiser than Daniel, but it's in wickedness though. You see, he is the symbol of unholiness. Look at his kingdom. You see, everything on the back of the dollar bill, it says, "In God we trust." Every time a president is being inaugurated and whatnot, they're swearing on the Bible. They're doing everything the Lord said don't do. And then they get the power of the woman and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to try to destroy the man. And you know what that looked like? That looked like killing two birds with one stone. Big her head up with pride, think that she number one over the man. Crush the power of the man and whatnot and make him feel like he ain't nothing and stuff. Guess what? We get to destroy the nation that we're sworn enemies against. And it ain't just Esau, Edom, it's also the rest of these nations and whatnot. Read Psalms, the 83rd chapter. So this is Sirach 25 and 24. It says, "Oh, the woman came to the beginning of sin, and through her we all die." It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. And it's pretty much all of women, except for a woman and stuff who, they live through their years and stuff, and they look back at the goofy ass shit they was doing when they was young, or they seeing in these other little females out here and stuff, even if they 20s, 30, or teenagers and whatnot and stuff, or even little girls. You see them, and it's like, what you doing ain't right and whatnot. Then they look back and reflect, and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I was like this. Something needs to change, but it's too late. It's too late. And then, and if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. If it ain't true, don't wear it. Don't get offended if it ain't true. Verse 26, it says, "If she go not as thou wouldest have her," meaning your husband, your boyfriend, the nigga you with, it says, "cut her off from thy flesh." And it says, once again, it says, "if she go not as thou," meaning your husband. If your husband sees something that he don't like, that can't be compromised, I'm going to say, right? Because scriptures do say, "Marvel not when she trespass." You got to understand that she's not going to always move in wisdom. She's going to do stupid stuff. You see, you got a group of guys, you walk past, they say something and stuff. The wise thing is to not even say anything, you know, or to spit upon the fire. And what is that? To give a soft answer, right? You do that, you know what I'm saying? What she'll do, she like, "Nigga, who the fuck is you talking about?" That's the fool. That's the fool. You see, and I got that from a meme. You know what I'm saying, right? But it says, "if she go not as thou wouldest have her," meaning if she's not dealing according to how you want. This is why women need to fear their husbands, because you can get broken up with. It says, "cut her off from thy flesh," meaning don't fuck with her no more. It says, "and give her a bill of divorce." It says, "and let her go." The man has power over this, not the woman. But in today's society and stuff, if you get married, she can break up with you and take half of your stuff. And The women hate me for it when I say it and stuff. Don't get married according to Esau either. If she really want to be with you and stuff, then she should just stay. Why we gotta go through this all this paperwork and why I gotta buy you some expensive dress and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you gonna wear one time and more than likely you're not going to return it, you know what I'm saying, to get that money back, which would be more beneficial. You see, you know, because hey, there's a lot of women out there and stuff. They get married and they having affairs, whether if it's according to the Bible or not. You see, so these women are evil. These women are evil. They plot right now if they can hear what I'm talking about. They plot. We gonna get we. I don't like him. Oh, we gonna get you. That's if a woman telling she gonna get you, she wicked. You see, and it depends on what it is. If she gonna get you, meaning like she gonna get with you some type of way and whatnot and stuff, and want to be with you. If it's like that and stuff, that's I can see how that could be cool and whatnot. But if she's saying she gonna get you and it's to mess you up because she don't like what you say or she don't like the influence that you have and whatnot and stuff or whatever, that's a wicked woman because evidently what's being shown is the knowledge that the Lord has given. So who you really pissed off at, Shawty? Who you really pissed off at? You pissed off at Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and he said that we were supposed to be created in his image. So he has a way that a woman needs to follow and stuff. And if you get offended, you getting offended at the Lord, and that means you ain't blessed. Yeah, I'm gonna end it off right there and stuff, right? So, I hope this video was edifying. I didn't mean to be so long with it. You know what I'm saying? But I do hope it was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, Wahara Kakodash, the honors of apostles of great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you ought to be. Shalom, wa ba ba, Kwam Yasharala.